He's been detained in Russia for more than 3 years, but today, Marc Fogel is finally coming home.
Some really big news today, and check it out. We just got this photo of Fogel on the plane. He is in possession of his passport once again. You got the push alert if you have our WTAE app. Our team coverage begins with White House correspondent Kaylin Norwood. She is joining us live now with what we know about this deal, and also, Kaylin, where Fogel is exactly right now.
Yeah, Kelly and Andrew, President Trump's national security advisor Mike Waltz says Marc Fogel was leaving Russian airspace and will be reunited with his family on American soil tonight. Fogel had been classified as wrongfully detained but was passed over in previous prisoner swaps. President Trump even invited Fogel's family to several rallies in Pennsylvania. The national security advisor said the release came after the administration negotiated an exchange that, quote, serves as a good show of faith from the Russians and a sign that we are moving in the right direction to end the brutal and terrible war in Ukraine. He also added that the president will not stop until all Americans detained abroad are released. It's still unclear what the U.S. offered up in the exchange, and Moscow has yet to comment on the release. Reporting from Washington, Kaylin Norwood, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Kaylin, thank you very much. Of course, we'll check back with you later in our newscast. Well, today's news allowing Fogel's family to breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, they have been waiting for this day now for years. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Sheldon Ingram continues our team coverage. He is joining us live now in Butler County. Sheldon, I'm sure it's just even hard to imagine how the family's feeling right now. How are they describing that to you?
Yeah, well, I spoke with Marc Fogel's mother and his sister, and they have two reactions. His sister is filled with joy. Marc's mother was overwhelmed upon hearing the news, so much so that she had to sit down.
He just said, I'm in the Moscow airport. And of course, he usually calls from the prison. And I said, well, what are you doing there? He says, I'm waiting for a plane to take me to Washington, D.C., which was unbelievable, unbelievable.
What were you feeling at that moment when he said
well,
that?
you know what? I actually got dizzy.
And here's that photo again of Marc Fogel coming home to the United States. And that's the moment that his mother has been waiting for. That feeling of relief that his mother follows nearly 4 years of hoping and praying for his release. Now, Malphine Fogel says that every night at 9:30, she and her sister prayed together for Marc's release. Marc is one of 3 children. His sister Ann lives in Montana. And this is her reaction upon hearing the news and saying what he has hearing the news upon hearing that he was flying back into the United States.
He called my mom right before he got on the plane. And so it was like, oh my gosh, is it going to happen? And then we got the news that they were out of Russian airspace. So we are really pumped.
Now, Marc Fogel is expected to land in Washington, D.C. tonight, but straight ahead at 5 o'clock, we find out the next steps before he returns to Pittsburgh. For now, reporting live from Butler, Sheldon Ingram, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
All right, Sheldon, thanks so much. You know, as soon as this news broke, our team here in the newsroom started reaching out to different lawmakers and agencies trying to get reaction to this. And a few moments ago, we heard from Senator John Fetterman about the release.
Here's what he had to say.
Well, of course, I'm elated for the family. You know, we've had multiple conversations with the family over, since I've been here, and it's just been such an amazing development, and I can nothing but just celebrate for their family, and it's just like an incredible outcome.
Senator John Fetterman speaking this afternoon. Now, the road to this day has been filled with setbacks and now finally success.
I want to bring in investigative reporter Paul Van Osdal here in the newsroom. So we know so much has happened with this story, so many ups and downs. Can you walk us through a timeline of what led us up to today?
Right. Well, you know, over the last 3.5 years, there has been a lot of tension and disappointment as Fogel's family and elected officials pressed the U.S. government and Russia for his release. The drama began when Fogel returned to Russia to begin what he thought would be his final year of teaching before his retirement. Now, in August 2021, Marc Fogel is arrested at a Moscow airport for carrying a half ounce of medical marijuana. He was using it to manage chronic back pain stemming from spinal injuries. June of 2022, a Russian court convicts Fogel of large-scale drug smuggling and sentences him to 14 years in a maximum security penal colony. Russian lawyers tell Fogel's family a typical sentence for that offense is just 5 years probation. August 2022, Russian courts deny Fogel's appeal of his sentence. December 2022, Russia releases basketball star Brittany Griner, who was convicted on a similar charge to Fogel. June 2023, Pennsylvania Congress members introduced the Mark Fogel Act, demanding greater transparency from the State Department on how they determine wrongful detainment. December 2023, Pennsylvania's congressional delegation urges Secretary of State Antony Blinken to include Fogel in any prisoner swap with Russia. June 2024, the Senate unanimously passes a resolution calling on Russia to release Fogel. And in December 2024, the U.S. State Department finally declares Fogel wrongfully detained following years of pressure from elected officials and his family. Now, Fogel's family and supporters were frustrated with the long delay in getting him declared wrongfully detained. The Biden administration said that lack of designation is what prevented Fogel from being part of the prisoner swap last August that included reporter Evan Gershkovich and former Marine Paul Whelan. Live in the newsroom, Paul Van Osdol, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. Long day, obviously long road to this day. Stay with Pittsburgh's Action News 4 as we learn more about the release of Mark Fogel. We'll bring you up to the minute details through our newscast and also on our free mobile app.